Welcome to Quarter Dollar YouTube channel, where ordinary coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Today, you're going to discover 5 quarter dollars that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of these coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worth over $300,000. That's not a typo. And no, you don't need to be a millionaire to own one. You might already have it and not even know. We're about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and stories that tie American history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we're about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you speechless. Now, before we jump into the first quarter, take a moment. Look at your change jar, your dresser drawer, even that old coffee can in the garage. Because by the end of this video, you'll be racing to check if your coin matches one of these rare, mind-blowing finds. Now, I'm ready when you are. Go ahead, send me the first coin's picture or details, and I'll start crafting its story with all the drama, value, and excitement packed in. Now, take a closer look at this coin. At first glance, it looks like any regular quarter. But don't be fooled. What you're looking at is a 1965 Washington quarter, and it just might be one of the most shocking secrets in American coinage history. Here's why. 1965 was a critical year for U.S. coin production. The country was facing a massive coin shortage. Silver prices were skyrocketing, and the U.S. Mint had to make a fast and bold decision. They stopped making quarters out of 90% silver and switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition. In other words, silver was gone. Officially. But here's the twist. Not all 1965 quarters followed the rules. Some were accidentally, or perhaps mysteriously, struck on leftover 1964 silver blanks. These silver planchet 1965 quarters are unbelievably rare. And if yours happens to be one of them, it could be worth a heart-stopping $350,000 or more to the right collector. Let that sink in. You could be holding a coin that looks completely ordinary, sounds like pocket change, but is actually rarer than gold in this condition. Now, let's take a moment to look at the specific features of this coin right here. The date is clear, 1965. The classic profile of George Washington still stands proud on the obverse with liberty across the top, and in God we trust etched near the jawline. The condition? Circulated, yes, but still showing strong detail in the hair and cheek. That tells us it's been through the world, but still has plenty of its story to tell. But here's where things get interesting. Collectors check these 1965 quarters very carefully for weight. A regular clad quarter weighs 5.67 g. But if you put it on a scale and it reads around 6.25 g, you just hit the jackpot. Some of these silver planchet 1965 quarters have no visible difference. But under a trained eye and with a quick weight test, you'll uncover a coin that isn't supposed to exist. And guess what? Only a tiny handful have ever been authenticated. One was auctioned by Heritage Auctions and reached an eye-watering $360,000 in near uncirculated condition. That's nearly the price of a brand new house. Even coins in slightly circulated shape, like the one we're looking at here, could easily fetch $20,000 to $45,000, depending on who's bidding. Now, think about this. Most Americans never even check. These rare errors slipped through the cracks during one of the most turbulent minting transitions in U.S. history. And they're still out there, hidden in drawers, jars, or collections like yours. So here's what to do next. If you got a 1965 quarter, put it on a jewelry scale. If it's closer to 6.25 grams, and it has that silver ring when you drop it on a table, don't spend it. Don't even breathe on it. Get it authenticated immediately, because what seems like a dull, worn coin might be the last great silver secret of American currency. And if that doesn't give you chills, wait until you see what's coming next. Coins turn into extraordinary treasures. Party popper. Today, you're about to discover 5 quarter dollars that could literally knock you right out of your seat, astonished face. Imagine this. A tiny coin sitting quietly in your pocket change could actually be worth over $10,000. And the best part? You don't need to be a millionaire to own one. Chances are, you might already have it without even realizing it. We're about to uncover rare designs, mysterious mint errors, and incredible stories that bring American history right into the palm of your hand. And trust me, every single coin we're about to explore hides a surprise that could leave you absolutely speechless. But before we dive in, here's a quick tip. Grab that change jar, open that old dresser drawer, or check that dusty coffee can in the garage. Because by the end of this video, you'll be racing to see if you've got one of these rare treasures hiding in plain sight. All right, friends, let's kick things off with the very first coin. Coin number 1, the 1995 Washington quarter. At first glance, it looks like just another regular quarter. But don't be fooled. This coin could hold one of the biggest secrets in American coinage history. 1995 was a fascinating year for U.S. coin production. Millions of quarters were struck for everyday use, but a small number slipped through with shocking mint errors. The most famous of these is the 1995 double die obverse quarter. On this coin, the lettering on the front, especially Liberty and In God We Trust, shows clear doubling. To the naked eye, it might look blurry, but under magnification, it's absolutely unmistakable. And here's where it gets exciting. These rare error quarters are like gold mines for collectors. If you happen to have one, it could be worth anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000, or even more. Imagine that a coin you might have tossed into a vending machine could actually be worth more than a stack of $100 bills. Now let's break down this specific coin. The date is crystal clear, 1995. The classic profile of George Washington stands tall on the obverse, with Liberty across the top, and In God We Trust near the jawline. Yes, it's circulated, but the details in the hair and cheek are still strong. That tells us it's been through the world, but it still carries plenty of its story. So what should you look for? Collectors check these coins very carefully. If you see doubling in the motto or the date, congratulations, you just hit the jackpot directed. A regular clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams, but the real magic here is in that doubling. And here's the kicker. Only a tiny handful of these coins have ever been authenticated. One even sold at heritage auctions for nearly $10,000 in near uncirculated condition. And even if your coin is slightly circulated, it could still bring in $500 to $2,000 depending on the demand. Think about it. Most Americans never even bother checking. These rare errors slipped into circulation during normal mint runs, and they're still out there, hiding in jars, drawers, or collections just like yours. So here's what you need to do next. If you've got a 1995 quarter, grab a magnifying glass and check it carefully. Look closely at the words and the date. If you spot doubling, don't spend it, don't even toss it aside. Get it authenticated immediately, because what looks like just another worn coin might actually be the last great hidden treasure of American currency. And guess what? This is only the beginning. If this coin gave you chills, wait until you see what's coming next. The second coin will absolutely blow your mind. Smiling face with hard eyes. Still out there hidden in drawers, jars, or collections like yours, so here's what to do. Next, if you got a 1943 penny, put it on a magnet. If it sticks, it's steel. If it doesn't stick, and it weighs around 3.1 grams, don't spend it, don't even breathe on it, get it authenticated immediately. Because what seems like a dull, worn cent might be the last great copper secret of American currency. And if that doesn't give you chills, wait until you see what's coming next. Ready? Let's move on to the second coin.